Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to part one of my tips for gamers regarding selling on eBay. Now, as you guys know, I usually do an eBay video for buying during the buying season. Well, as of September 15th, I've officially declared it selling season for those of you who wish to sell. Now, mind you, this is specifically for games, game-related items, collectibles, memorabilia, things like that, things that you yourself might be in the market for. The holidays are coming up, and I always joke that, dads and certain folks like to buy themselves something nice before the holidays. They can put it under the tree and, make sure that they have something they actually really want to open under the tree, as opposed to another tie or body wash or some junk like that sometimes us dads get. And I personally have an eBay store. I sell things on eBay all the time, and the season has already started picking up. It's only like the 20th, 21st, I forget, and I've already seen, like I said, my sales pick up, and I want to give you guys some hints and some tips. If you're actually going to be selling stuff on eBay, then this should help you out. Now, there are going to be a couple of videos in this series, and I'm going to start with the basics. And as you can tell from the title, what do you have and how much do you want for it? Well, you may think you know what you have, but you may not. You may be wrong. And to get the best price, you're going to want to go and do some research on the item you're selling. Maybe it's got, the name right there on the box, or it's a book and it's easy to find the title. Well, do the research. And by the research, I mean look it up on the internet or in your library if you can do that, and find out exactly what it is and when it came out, who made it, all those things that the customer is going to want to know, and they may help you in the listing of that item. If you put an item and you put the wrong information, it may not show up in other people's searches. Try to use the most common terms available. If I'm selling a Games Workshop Battlefleet Gothic Emperor class battleship, I need to know that's in fact what I've got in my hands. And the condition, is it brand new? Is it still in the box? Just because it's still in the box doesn't mean it's mint. If it's got dinged up corners, it's covered in dust that you've tried to get rid of, the buyer may get it and go, it's not really minty, is it? So remember those tips. Clean up the item before you sell it. Make sure it doesn't have any funky smells or hidden dust or cracks or things like that. And always be willing to downgrade the condition of the item just for safety's sake. Instead of calling it mint or new, just sealed in box, used, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly of all the conditions available that you can list in your description of your ad. Okay, so you've done the research. What next? Well, go on eBay and do the same research and find out if there's any available, and if so, how much they're going for. If it's an auction, follow the auction till it gets to its end, and then you can see what other folks are actually willing to pay for it right now. Later on down the road, closer to the holidays, they may be willing to pay a lot more because they want it, at their doorstep by, Christmas Eve, that kind of thing. That can raise the price. But also look for other people who are selling the same item and how much they're asking for it. And if you're going to sell it, you might want to consider selling it for a little bit less than what other people are selling it for if you're in a hurry. Maybe you want, a certain amount of money for it. Okay? Then put your price and take your chances and wait until, all the other ones sell and yours is the last one on eBay and someone wants it. Maybe they'll grab it. But if you want to sell it quick, be prepared to sell it for less than the other guys. Yeah, I know it's kind of like undercutting them, but hey, do you know these guys? Do you care? Do you want to sell it or not? Again, when you're selling it, you're going to be making an ad. And be honest in the ad. Allow them questions. Consider all the terms and conditions. Are you willing to accept a refund or a return? I'm not. If you buy it, take your chances. I will insure it to make sure that I don't get screwed in the process, because if a customer says, hey, I got the item but it's broken, well, did you insure it? If so, then you can file the claim and get all your money back, no problem, no harm, no foul. But if you don't do any of those things, then they may try any number of different scams out there, like swapping the item, sending you back their broken version and keeping your brand new version. So be careful. Maybe even put a little mark on your item somewhere that maybe only you can see, invisible ink or a scratch or a little mark, and then take a photograph of it and save it for yourself as proof that this one's yours. If it's got a serial number, write it down, all things like that. Also, consider accepting the best offer. Accept the best offer option. You can put it in there and fill out the form, and do a little bit of haggling. If you cannot let it out of your hands for less than this, then don't bother with that. But consider selling it for less than what it's going for. But also, when it finally does sell, eBay's going to ding you. They're going to charge you a final value fee, and with that, that's going to bring the overall money into your bank by a significant amount. I think it's 20, 25%, maybe even 30% now. I'm not really sure. But before you hit list item, check that final value fee. They'll tell you how much they're going to charge you when the item sells. And you may be like, oh crap, that puts it below what I paid for it. I can't do that. Well, go back and raise the price. And then when it finally does sell, you'll get what you paid for it. Now, if it's a collectible item or something like that, you may want to consider how much did you pay for the item. If you bought a comic book for $1 back in the day and it's going for $50, well, if you sell it for $25, you're still making $24 profit, right? Unless you want to, calculate storage fees and junk like that, which you may want to do. I don't know what item you're selling exactly, but consider that, and consider what's the bare minimum you could accept for it, because you may be a little greedy, or thinking you got something that's really hot and worth a crap ton of money, only to find out that it's really not. Especially if there are a ton of them on eBay already, you may want to just wait and find something else to sell. One of the last things I want to tell you about is shipping and handling. When you go to sell your item, you are going to be given the option to use their process to create a shipping label, etc. Well, if you don't know how much it's going to cost to ship it, you could end up taking another bite. And eBay, if you do print the labels with eBay, they're going to sell you that label at a discount. But if you didn't calculate the weight and things like that properly, you could find the package coming right back to you. So I suggest you pack the item up, put it on the scale, find out how much it's going to cost, check out what rates you want to use. I think eBay really only helps with certain forms of shipping. I think it's first class and priority. I always go priority because I know whoever bought this wants it yesterday, so I go with priority. But when I create a label, they're going to charge me a little bit less than what it was, but I'm still going to charge the postal fee. If it says it's $10 to ship it, but eBay says it's $8, I'm telling the customer it's $10. Sorry. I'm going to have to spend my time wrapping up the item, waiting around for the postman to come, or worse yet, having to take it down to the post office and wasting, my valuable weekends, gas money, etc., all to ship their, like $10 item. Another thing I will get into later in the series is, is it really worth your time to sell it on eBay, or at least is it really worth your time now? But that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, I will be doing more videos like this. I'll do another one next week, and as we get closer and closer to the holidays, I'll be making a few more. But like I said, if you have any questions, hit me up on Discord, hit me up on, through the comment section, or if you guys have my email address or my phone number, feel free to give me a call, or send me a message, and I'll help you out however I can. And if you've got really cool gaming stuff, why don't you give me a call first before you put it on eBay, because I'm always looking for things, little missing spots in my collection that I'm trying to fill. And who knows, maybe we can work out a deal, a trade, or good old-fashioned hard cash, and we can work a deal. But that's it for now. I got to go make dinner and do life things. But I wanted to get this out and see if I can start helping you guys who may be running a little low on funds this time of year, trying to save up for the holidays and get ready, and like me, clear out some junk out of your massive pile of collectibles and other things. And I hope this helped. Hope you guys have a great day, and as always, happy trails.